Welcome to the Truth Radio. This is your host, Crazy Eddie, and I'm here with Mr. Lexima, and this is the Dunkirk movie review.
I guess that's my cue to take it away, huh, sir?
That's right.
One of the most anticipated movies of the summer is Dunkirk. It's been, I don't know, maybe about a year ago, last summer, when we first saw the first images of Dunkirk. Directed by Christopher Nolan, one of my favorite directors in Hollywood. He's the director of the 3 Batman films, Batman Begins, The Dark Knight, and Dark Knight Rises.
Oh.
He also directed Interstellar.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Oh,
yes.
I might actually go watch this now.
Yes, with Matthew McConaughey. He did Inception with Leonardo DiCaprio.
Okay.
Just one of my favorite directors. Everything he touches, is his own style to it. And I love Interstellar. I don't care what anybody says about that.
I love Interstellar. Watched it like 4 times.
I know you do. Right, me too. Same
Still
thing.
barely understand it, but I love it.
So when we found out Christopher Nolan was tackling a war film about, even though it's Allied troops, but it's more British troops and Nazis and this and that, he doesn't seem like a director that would tackle a war film. So when I went into this, I did go into it with high hopes to watch the movie, to see a good movie.
Right.
And coming out of it, I came out with maybe either the #1 or #2 war movie I've ever seen in my life.
Oh, now wait a minute.
Wait a minute. So when you watched it, when I watched this movie, when you watched the trailer for the movie, every trailer I saw seemed basically like the same thing. I was like, I didn't really know who was in it. This movie also stars Tom Hardy, who was in Batman, The Dark Knight Returns. He played Bane. I like Tom Hardy as an actor. He's a fighter pilot in it. You got Kenneth Branagh, who's also in the movie. But to me, it doesn't matter who was in the movie, because this movie, Christopher Nolan decided to direct this movie not so that you can feel sympathy for one soldier or 2 soldiers, or you have a main star that you're following. No, this movie is all about a war. There is no, and that's what he was trying to get across, that everybody is the same person. It doesn't matter. Everybody has a story, so you can't tell 1,000 men's story. So he's not going to. He's just showing you what war is like. From the beginning of the movie, you are in the war. And even though there are very little dialogue in the movie too, by the way. Very little dialogue.
Very little dialogue. So this is all action.
It is all action. It's fear. Sometimes the people, when they're speaking, especially the ones with the British accents, you can't exactly understand what they're saying, but you don't need to understand what they're saying, because they're in fear for their lives at this moment. Fear has no language. So it is an intense movie from the beginning until the end. Just imagine Saving Private Ryan, the first 20 minutes, but make it a whole 2-hour movie. That first 20 minutes. You remember Saving Private Ryan?
Yeah, the greatest war movie of all time.
Now, you remember when they were trying to get up that hill, right? Okay? Yeah. At that time, we didn't really know anybody. You know what I'm saying? At the time when they were going up the hill, we didn't really know anybody. We saw them, but we didn't know them. Well, imagine we never knew them. All we knew that they were soldiers in this great battle. That's what Dunkirk is. That's what's going on in Dunkirk. And what you have is a war film that is just a straight up war film. Forget about the actors in the movie, even though they do a great job. And it's a directing movie. The visuals are incredible. The sound is amazing. When you hear a plane coming, like sometimes you're watching the people on the screen and they're like, they're covering their ears or they're looking around. You're like, what's going on? What are you looking at? And then slowly you hear the sound coming up and up and up of the fighter plane that's coming around. And then it's just one big war film that doesn't star anybody but the director. The director is the star of this film. And from beginning to end, I was just like, this is amazing. This is amazing.
Yes, and at the end, you decided that this Dunkirk movie was the greatest war movie of all time.
It is either one or two as far as what I've seen, and I've seen a lot. I've seen Platoon, I've seen Saving Private Ryan, I've seen
Full Metal
Heartbreak
Jacket.
Ridge, I've seen Full Metal Jacket. I've seen all of those. But remember, all those movies focused on characters. I've never seen a war movie that just only that focused on the war.
A Thin Red Line.
Thin Red Line had characters. It was that's another good movie. Unfortunately, Thin Red Line came out the same time as what was the other movie that came out? Saving Private Ryan. Yeah, it came out the same month, I think it was, as Saving Private Ryan.
It did.
But Thin Red Line on its own is a good movie, but it just, but
what is that movie by Mel Gibson? The Vietnam movie. That was pretty damn good too.
We Are Soldiers is a very good movie. But again, like I said, this movie does not.
I mean, that's a lot of competition.
It doesn't focus on one character.
It's got a lot to come on.
It's got a lot, and you're playing devil's advocate. I understand.
I am playing devil's advocate because
Did you hear what I said when I said you're watching the first 20 minutes of Saving Private Ryan for 2 hours in Dunkirk? Basically, that's what you're just watching what's going on. The visuals on the screen. You're watching, but this is the thing too.
I mean, do we have time to go watch this tonight? I mean, I'm curious.
I want you to go.
I mean, if I can catch a late one tonight, I can't wait to see this now.
You should be. You should catch a late one. They have the 7 o'clock.
If it's bad, if it's not as good, I'm gonna call you. I'm gonna stand up in the middle of that movie theater with the phone and call you in front of everybody and say, "This movie sucks."
It is. It's just a great film. It's probably my, I don't know, maybe second favorite movie I've seen this year.
What's the first?
Second or third movie I've seen this year.
What's the first?
Logan. Logan is my favorite movie I've seen this year.
Logan.
The Wolverine movie. That's probably my favorite movie that I've seen this year so far. I just love the movie because it was different. It wasn't a regular superhero movie. It was more like a Western, But Dunkirk, yes, the visuals are amazing. You won't be able to take your eyes off the screen. This is, if I had to give this a rating, I probably would give this movie a 9.5 out of 10.
9.5? Do you have any idea how high that is? 9.5?
9.5. If I say to you that I like this movie better than Platoon, which is a very good, amazing movie, or if I like it better than Saving Private Ryan, right? Saving Private Ryan is considered one of the best war films ever, and I would give Saving Private Ryan probably a 9.25 out of 10.
Whoa! Are you serious? Maybe it kind of reminds me of these kids who know about Michael Jordan but say Kobe's better because they haven't seen Jordan play in some time. You think maybe it's because you haven't watched Saving Private Ryan?
I have Saving Private Ryan on Blu-ray. I own it. Okay? I even own Hamburger Hill. You remember Hamburger Hill?
Yeah, I remember. I was there.
I own Hamburger Hill. I own Platoon, all on Blu-ray, all of them. Not even DVD. Really? I own them all on Blu-ray. I watch Saving Private Ryan several times a year. So I'm comparing. Like I said,
there could be some war movies from the 50s, from the 60s that we're leaving out here that should be up for consideration. That you and I have not watched.
I've watched a lot of war movies. Now, again, some war movies from back in the day. You want to talk about movies that came out in the 60s or 70s? They didn't really depict everything because they didn't put a lot of black soldiers in some of those movies.
Are there any black soldiers in this movie?
In Dunkirk?
Yeah.
You gotta watch. You gotta watch.
I'm skeptical. I'm skeptical. I think I may have counted one in Saving Private Ryan.
Right. You got to watch the movie. You got to watch. You will not be disappointed. But remember what I said though. When you're watching the movie, the star of the movie is the director of this movie. That's who the star is. It's not the actors that are in the movie, even though they do, their job fine. But like I said, there's not a lot of dialogue in the movie because of everything that's going around. You're in the middle of a war. It's kind
So
of
this
like if
is
you're
straight up bombing, straight up. Everything is just action, action from the beginning to the end.
it's action, it's fear. You got to remember that.
You're fearing the
It's
what? The Germans?
it's fear, the soldiers, the fear on their face from what they were experiencing from the
Okay.
Nazis.
They all made it out
Uh,
safe, by the way. 330,000 of them made it out safe. I'm sorry to spoil anything.
Not all of them, no. Of
I
course,
mean,
not
it's
all of them
history.
made it
You
safe.
can't spoil
Not
it.
not 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 every soldier made it out safe. No, that's not what
Oh,
happened.
well, that's
But
so.
another thing that Nolan does in this movie is basically he it's not as bloody as like Saving Private Ryan. You're not seeing like a bunch of
Why not?
like a bunch of body parts going all over the place
Why not?
and
That's
everything.
that's part of war, isn't it?
It is part of war, but so is having a war movie where you're following one actor so you can feel what he feels, but instead he's doing it his own way. This is Christopher Nolan. Just trust him.
I trust him because Interstellar was great. So I'm gonna give him benefit.
Interstellar was his baby. That was his
I'm gonna
baby.
give him benefit of the doubt because Interstellar was highly underrated. Great movie. I kind of force people to watch it when I'm around. It's kind of one of those movies that I do. That
And
Babel.
I'm
Babel is
guessing
another movie I force people to watch as much as I can because that was
I have the
underrated.
Blu-ray. I have the Blu-ray of Babel. You're talking about Brad Pitt right there.
I got it on Netflix, or whatever. I got it somewhere.
I had to get the Blu-ray. I have to own it. I love that movie that much.
Okay, all right.
But so you've never seen the three Batman films, then basically.
Batman versus Superman, I have seen.
Not Batman. Not talking about Ben Affleck. Okay, we're talking about
Uh,
Heath Ledger and the Batman. You've never seen that one, the most acclaimed Batman
yes,
movie ever.
yes, I've watched those old ones, but I've watched them. Yeah,
He even made a movie called I remember Memento, a very good movie from the '90s. That was one of his first movies ever.
yeah. So he's been
Or
doing this for quite some time. So this movie should make me feel like I'm on a boat about to get bombed by the Germans, right?
yeah, sort of,
Okay,
sort of. I mean, there's other things. There's other things going on in the movie too, but
all right.
you'll see. Like I said, you go watch it. Just remember, the director is the star of the movie, and he wanted to make his version of a war movie, just like with Interstellar. That's his version of a space movie. You know, so that's why some people didn't like Interstellar. You did, and I did, but some people did not like it. So Dunkirk might be that same way. Some people may say, "Look, if I can't have one main character to attach myself to, I don't care about war movies. If I can't find Charlie Sheen or Tom Hanks, then I can't follow a war movie, which doesn't really make any sense because it is a war movie. Why can't we watch a movie about war that's just straight up war? You know, if
Right.
it's done in a good way, good sound, good picture, good visuals, and stuff like that, then
So no main character.
to me, like I said, to me, Nolan is the main character of the movie. Even though there is one character that you kind of follow a little bit, but like I said, there's a little bit of dialogue. There's only a little bit of dialogue, and a lot of the soldiers look alike. So sometimes I'm like, I can't even follow who is who. And Nolan did that on purpose because he doesn't want you to figure out which soldier is which soldier. He wants you to know they're all one soldier. This is about war.
Hmm.
So, like I said, 9.5 out of 10 for me for Dunkirk. Go watch
Wow.
it.
Wow. 9.5 out of 10.
Mhm.
Oh, Mr. Lexima, I hope you're right with this one.
I am right. I am right. That is the movie to see this weekend. Even though there is another big movie opening this weekend, which I did see as well, but
Well, we'll
we're
review
not going
that.
to review it. We're not going to review that one.
All right. So
Uh,
Mr. Lexima gives Dunkirk a 9.5 rating. One of the highest ratings. Of course, you can check the archives at thetruthradio.com or right here on YouTube and hear all his other movie reviews that we've been reviewing for the past year, uh, you know, live and at the radio station, things like that.
And we're gonna try
Uh,
and give you more reviews. We're gonna try and give you some more reviews. Throw up more reviews for you. So we have some more coming, big movies and small movies opening in the next couple of weeks.
and if Dunkirk is not what Mr. Lexima say it is, I want you to let him have it in the comments right under so he can read it.
Right, right, right. Let me have it. Let me have it.
I want to go see
I
this movie
dare
right
somebody.
now.
I dare somebody to tell me that they saw the movie and they didn't like it. I dare somebody to say that.
Okay, all right, all right. Well, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Dunkirk movie review by Mr. Lexima, the world-renowned Mr. Lexima. Siskel and Ebert successor right here in the flesh.
I'm just a man who loves movies. That's
Yeah,
all. One of my
yeah,
many love. One of my many loves. But
right.
my one of
Yeah.
them is movies. You know.
Yes, we know, we know. Yeah, we know them all. All right, I'm Crazy Eddie with my host, co-host, Mr. Lexima. You've been listening to The Truth Radio. The truth will set you free, and we are out.